Dennis Gada is the point leader with 488. Ed Reed Jr. in second with 472. Eric Burr in third with 464. Ron Newhouse Jr. sits in the fourth position with 438. And Jeff Pearl rounds out your top five with 418. Here comes the fastest division. Here's the Waterford Speedbowl. It's race time for SK Modified. Green flag is up in the air and we are underway. And it looks like Don Fowler is going to have the advantage when they work off turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Mike Parker now will tuck his machine in there for second, but now the battle's on for third between the father and son, but it looks like the son's going to win the battle off of turn 4.
And it's Danny Lajeunesse in third right now, getting right behind the 53 of Mike Parker. That's the rookie machine for Parker. Up front, the purple 26. That's Don Fowler. Fowler controls the point right now as he works his machine in the field off of turn number 4. But here comes Mike Parker now. The young contender works his machine to the inside of that Don Fowler machine as they work off of turn number 2. Now a great battle for third, Gary. That's father and son. That's Danny Lajeunesse in the 77 and Mark Lajeunesse in the 33. Those two white machines work together side by side right now. Back down the stripe, 32 to go.
Well, the battle's on for third between the father and son. It looks like Dad is going to teach his son a little bit of a lesson as he works up to the outside and will take that third spot away. Now, here comes another driver, 1998 SK Modified champion. Jeff Pearl now will work along the number 77 machine to take over the fourth spot. Further on back, keep your eyes on car number 3 of Dennis Gada. He's trying to pick up his 7th victory of the 2001 season. He's working the outside lane like he does the best here at the Waterford Speedbowl. But right now, from about 5th on back, that's where all the battles are taking place. It's Ed Reed in car number 72 that leads the outside challenge. Jay Miller is there as well, Eddie Dockenhausen, then Dennis Gada. But here comes Eric Burr with car number 54. The North End Auto Parts entry now. The sweep up to the outside of the John Brower machine.
And he'll go right behind Dennis Gada. Gada on the outside of Lajeunesse right now, working on that 5th position. Right now, Gada will take that position away from Lajeunesse and he'll go right behind Dockenhausen.
Dockenhausen right here in turn number 1. 2 cars have come together. 2 cars going for a piece of real estate there, and it didn't work out the way they wanted to, and we are under our first caution in the SK Modified division. It's car number 83 of Schumann. You can see he is dropping fluid on the speedway. And of course, the Sportsman feature event and the Late Model feature event still coming your way here tonight at the Waterford Speedbowl. Once again, we're so glad that you can be a part of all the action tonight. Don't forget, tune in each and every Wednesday night to WICH 1310 for Let's Talk Racing with your host, Pete Zanardi and David Dykes. Join me on Monday nights on WATR 1320 for the Speedway Line Report from 6 to 7. It's race time once again. Green flag is up in the air and we're back underway. Don Fowler shows the way between turns 1 and 2. Mike Parker runs second, but here's a challenge for third. 1 car down to the inside. The white machine of Mark Lajeunesse tries to find some racing room to the inside of Jeff Pearl, and watching all that great action, it's Jay Miller. But Jay Miller's going to try to work up to the outside. That seems to be the groove at this point in time as they're 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Yes, they are, Gary. Now a great battle for second. Jeff Pearl will squeeze up now on Mike Parker. He'll try to the outside of that brown machine as he goes for the second position. And in third, here comes another great battle. That's Mark Lajeunesse on the inside. Jay Miller in the 09 on the outside. There's trouble now. Trouble coming off of turn number 2. That looks to be the number 49 machine of John Brower. We'll check on that as caution out once again in this SK Modified feature for a problem by John Brower Jr. He spun coming off of turn number 2 and will look to head into the pits right now.
So caution coming out for the second time in this our SK Modified feature event. Right up front, Don Fowler trying to pick up a victory here in the 2001 season. Is one other machine looks to be coming back out onto the speedway. But it looks like the green is going back up in the air, and it's race time once again in the SK Modified division. Don Fowler shows the way once again, but here comes Jeff Pearl now. He'll take over the second spot, but here comes Jay Miller. Miller will follow in the tire tracks of the Pearl machine, but look at the rookie contender, Mike Parker, working up to the outside. Lajeunesse is there as well, but it looks like the inside lane is going to be the place to go as 1 car gets sideways. That is Valenta. and it looks like he's still under power. We are still green. The battle's from 4-5 back.
And Mike Parker got strung out to the outside. He is battling for all his life, but look who's right behind him. It's Dennis Gada, not the man you want in your tail. He has the fast car right now, but up front still, it's Don Fowler, followed by the number 71 of Jeff Pearl, and in third is Jay Miller. Ed Reed controls first, but watching us right behind him, and it's still Mike Parker trying to survive on the outside group right now, but he has Gada right behind him, and right beside Gada is Chad Barnett, the number 4. Those two machines are side by side, as are Mike Parker and Mark LaJeunesse, as they work down to the stripe. 22 remains.
Well, I'll tell you, things are going to get very interesting because Dennis Gada is working to the outside, but Mike Parker, the rookie contender with car number 53, he's going to put his machine down low, and meanwhile, stacks everything up behind the Gada machine. Eric Burke is also in the mix as well, and meanwhile, the top 5 cars have pulled away. Here comes Kenny Voigt now. He's going to work down to the inside of the Parker machine. But the man on the move, car number 3 of Dennis Gada now. He'll switch from the outside lane down to the inside lane as he'll take a peek to the inside of the Dockenhausen machine. Tommy Fox off the pace with car number 47 as he pulls down on the service road. But back down to the stripe, it's Don Fowler, Jeff Pearl, Jay Miller, Eddie Reed, Mark LaJeunesse. Still right there is Chad Barnett with car number 4, Dennis Gada, and then car number 48 of Dockenhausen. But here comes Joey Savali. He's had a lot of success in quarter midget racing and driving legend cars. He's going to take a peek to the inside of car number 48, but can't get the job done there as they work on turn number 2. Here comes Eric Burke now. He's going to try to challenge to the inside of the Voigt machine as they work off of turn number 4.
Here comes Eric Burke. He looks to the inside. He'll make the pass there as they work off of turn number 2. Trouble now coming off of turn number 2. It's the 9 of Ken Voigt going around, and he'll rest up in turn number 2 on the infield. Caution out on the speedway. 17 laps remaining on the Budweiser scoreboard. Caution for a problem with the number 9 machine, wheeled by Ken Voigt as he gets that car refired. Tough break for that competitor, but still Don Fowler up on the point.
The clutch green has been given to the field this time by, right up front. It is Don Fowler, then it is Jeff Pearl, Jay Miller, and then car number 72 for Ed Reed. Eddie Reed trying to pick up that first victory of the 2001 season, and the Head Insurance Perry Latham Collision Center. John Simler, the Wolf Real Estate entry, as they're paired off in rows of 2. This one is far from over. 17 laps remain. The pace car heads for cover, and we are going to get this one back underway. Once again, glad that you could join us for all the exciting action here tonight at Waterford Speedbowl, and it is race time. Once again, as the green flag goes up in the air, Don Fowler, Jeff Pearl lead the field down. The 2 cars run their car and their car off of turn number 2, but it looks like Jeff Pearl's going to have the advantage when they hit the line in turn 3.
Here comes Jeff Pearl. He'll control the outside. He got Fowler right underneath him, and then a great battle for third. It's Ed Reed strung out on the outside, and right in the inside of him is Dennis Gada. Jay Miller in the 09 now squeezes up to third, and they'll go single file 1 through 3. But here comes Dennis Gada. Gada currently is in 4th. On the outside of him is Eddie Reed in the 72, and also Mark LaJeunesse. Those 2 machines are side by side as they work down the back straightaway. Up in front, new leader, the 71 of Jeff Pearl.
So Jeff Pearl, the 1998 SK Modified champion, will show the field back down to the stripe. Don Fowler 1 second. Jay Miller is 3rd, but for how much longer? Here comes Dennis Gada. Already 6 victories to his credit in 2001. Works to the outside like he does best, and now he's in a heated battle with the number 09 of Jay Miller. Best battle on the speedway there for 3rd, and then further on back, it's Mark LaJeunesse, then it's Eddie Reed, Dockenhausen, Eric Burke, and Joey Savali having a great run tonight with car number 2.
The outside group, Gary, seems to be the way to go. It's Dennis Gada and Jay Miller controlling that group right now. They're going to look to put Don Fowler behind him, and Dennis Gada will do so. On the outside of Fowler's, they're working for turn number 4. Dennis Gada on the outside, down to the stripe, 10 to go.
So here comes Dennis Gada now, sweeping up to the outside. He'll take the second spot away from Fowler. Now he has his eyes set on his next door neighbor, and I mean that literally, Jeff Pearl, who leads the event. So Pearl leads the event. Gada is second. Don Fowler is third. Jay Miller is fourth. Mark Lajeunesse is fifth. And then further on back, you got Eddie Dockenhauser in the 48 and the 72 of Ed Reed in the heat of battle. But here comes Eric Byrne with the Worthington Auto Parts. Tyler out of motor entry now. He's going to try to work to the outside. Savannah will try to follow the tire tracks of the Byrne machine in turn 3. But Gada, currently in second, is starting to close in on the number 71, which is Jeff Pearl. And Pearl going to try to find his first victory of the 2001 season.
Gary, we saw it last week. Gada was trailing Tom Fox by about 5 car lengths. He ate that distance in no time at all. He's doing the same thing here, except it's in the form of the 71 machine, driven by Jeff Pearl. Will he catch up to him and pass him? As we said, to catch him is one thing, to pass him a whole nother one. He'll have to hustle as only 6 laps remains. But further on back in the field, we see Eric Byrne struggling right now to get past Ed Reed Jr., who's in the 72. Single file we go, and here comes Gada. Gada looks to the outside, tries to swing it down low as we go down the stripe. 5 to go. Can Dennis Gada do it? He goes to the outside of the Pearl machine.
Well, here comes Pearl now. He is going to work up to the outside with car number 3. He's going to try to pick up his 7th victory of the 2001 season. But Jeff Pearl is holding on down to the inside. Here comes Gada one more time, trying to work up to the outside. His time is running out. But now, they're nerf powered and nerf powers. They come off of turn number 4 back down to the stripe. These drivers, very, very good friends. And yes, they are neighbors. They live right next door to each other in Salem, Connecticut. And Dennis Gada works up to the outside and will take that number 1 position away. Jeff Pearl went second. Fowler went third. Jay Miller is fourth. Then it's Mark Lajeunesse, Eddie Dockenhausen, Eddie Reed, Eric Byrne. Then it's Savali, Ron Uas, Chad Barnett, and Harry Ram. And then further on back in his job out. The white flag is in the air this time. Dennis Gada is going to try to score win number 7 on the 2001 season as he works down the back straightaway for the final time. Off turn number 4, win number 7, July 28, 2001. It's Dennis Gada. Pearl is second, Fowler third, Miller fourth, Lajeunesse there in the top 5. What a great battle for the SK Modified.
So there you have it, as Gary Dangle will now make his way trackside to meet up with the top 3 drivers today. Dennis Gada, another win for him. That's the 7th this year for Dennis Gada, as he took down the checkered flag tonight. Coming home second, not a bad day for Jeff Pearl. He led a lot of this race, could have pulled it off, but can't be disappointed with the 2nd position. And coming home third, the man who led the first half of this race, Don Fowler, started second, came home third. Nothing to be ashamed with. Great run for all 3 of the top 3 drivers. But when it was all said and done, it was Dennis Gada, number 3. Gada, of course, started 14th, folks, and came all the way from 14th to win this race using the outside groove as he usually does. And now we'll meet up with Gary Dangle. We'll join up with Don Fowler. Let's send it down now, trackside, to Gary Dangle.
Well, thank you, Dan. To let everybody know, the Hard Charger Award tonight goes to Jay Miller, the driver of car number 09. Well, Don, it's almost like you won. Of course, you got a lot of fans here at the Waterford Speedbowl, but I'll tell you, you ran right up there with a lot of these race cars that are up front each and every week.
Yeah, it's about time I got here. I planned on being over there where Dennis is, but they should never let the driver adjust a chassis. They should stay out of it, you know, and let the guys do the job. I got in there and messed it up. We're loose off the corner, and we did the best we could, you know. They certainly outrun me there, so hey, God bless them.
Did the car change from practice to the heat race to the feature time?
Yeah, in practice it was unpredictable. I don't know if it was maybe a little silt, you know, dirt or whatever in the track, but I was having a hard time getting a hold of it, but they were old tires. So in the heat, we put on the sticker tires and made some changes. It was a little tight in heat, but I think I went too far.
Okay, but hey, still podium finish, 3rd place finish. Congratulations goes to Don Fowler. He picks up a 3rd place finish here tonight in the SK Modified division.
I want to say thanks to my fans that absolutely stick with me no matter what happens, and I've had a long time of what happens.
Okay, Don Fowler, certainly a great run for him tonight. But the gentleman who finished second tonight, he was the 1998 SK Modified champion, Jeff Pearl. And Jeff, I'll tell you, you had a good race car. You ran up front all night long. When you saw your neighbor, Dennis Gada, coming up on you, what did you think? Well, you know,
I know he's running for the championship and the regionals and all that stuff, and you know, Dennis is pretty much impossible to hold off. So, you know, I wanted to race him clean, and I didn't want to take him out or anything like that. I ran my line, and you know, he had a lot better car than me, and you know, he just got around me, and I mean, he beat me fair and square, and I mean, we're real happy. My whole team's happy with our finish.
Did your car change from, say, from practice and heat race to feature time?
In practice, the car was really loose. I don't know if it, you know, the way the track was, and I actually spun it out in practice tonight. And the heat race, the track was pretty good, and the car was pretty good. We basically didn't do anything, you know, left it alone and took a chance on seeing what it was going to be like.
Talk about some of your proud sponsors on the car 71.
Well, I really got to thank my crew and my family. You know, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. Darling Auto Parts, Lori Hurd, thank you very much. Kentucky Plumbing Supply, and my father for letting me use his engine for the night.
Okay, Jeff Pearl, the 1998 SK Modified champion with car number 71. He finishes second here tonight. But when it was all said and done, that's right, win number 7 on the 2001 season, and it goes to the driver of car number 3, two-time SK Modified champion Dennis Gada. As all the pictures now being taken. Of course, you'll see a lot of these pictures in next week's Area Auto Racing News, Speedway Scene, and of course, our official souvenir magazine here at the Waterford Speedbowl. As Dennis Gada now will join me, his family and friends are joining him here in Victory Lane, and we'll talk about win number 7 on the 2001 season. Congratulations, Dennis, certainly a great car. But during the beginning stages of the race, car number 53 was right in front of you. You were good on the outside. He was up on the outside. Talk about that.
Yeah, Mike had some problems with his car up in the top groove. It was really loose and started to just keep washing up and washing up. I tried to get to the bottom one, but there's always a car there trying to get by me. So fortunately, it worked out. We got a hold and got by him. And I'll tell you, the car handled pretty good. It was a lot of horsepower tonight because it was a little tight coming off the corners, but still his chassis dynamics car works really well getting in and out of the corners.
As we're starting to, close down, of course, we still got a long way to go in the racing season here at the Waterford Speedbowl. Are you thinking not only points here, but the New England Regional points? And it's got to be in your mind.
Oh yeah, definitely. We need these good finishes and the wins to help out our competition index for the regional point standings. Just trying to really just finish races and get into the top 10 at least, so we can have something on the board and help our average a little bit. But the wins are great; they help us out a ton.
During the broadcast, I was talking about when Jeff Pearl was leading and how you two are actually neighbors, and I believe you live right next door to each other.
Pretty much. He only lives like a mile down the road. But yeah, we're good friends. We've been racing together for a long time. He's a great guy, good competitor to race with.
How about the crew on car number 3?
Oh, Harry Wine, who owns and crew chiefs the car, is just a great guy, great crew. Pete Bennett and Cheryl Bennett, who own and work on the crew. Gary Espinoza, Larry's Auto Machine, helps us out a ton, and he's got great horsepower. And my neighbor Bob Morgan comes along and helps us out. My brothers David and Michael, and my dad. It's just a great time we have every Saturday night.
I asked the other 2 drivers if the car had changed at all from, say, the practice or to the heat race to feature time. Did your car change at all?
The car didn't really change much, but the track is getting better and better. The rain we had on Thursday cleaned up a lot of the rubber that was on the track, plus some of the X cars and other divisions that have spills kind of led to some of the downfall of the track surface, but it's getting better and better as the night goes on. It should be even better for next week's 100 lapper.
Okay, that's Dennis Gada. He picks up his 7th victory of the 2001 season with car number 3.